Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Conquests of the Longbow. Let's go ahead and leave our cave and see what the day brings.
I was going to get you. I have grievous news, my friend. The abbot has charged Marian with witchcraft. He will burn her in the witch's court of the abbey today. Last night when she said she was afraid, if I'd only listened. I should have kept her here. Don't be a fool. You know she wouldn't have stayed. Not when she had to meet the Queen's messenger. Nothing will save the abbot from me if a single strand of her hair is singed. What will you do? I must think upon it.
Okay, so here we have an opportunity to see some new deaths. Let's go ahead and save it over this one. So yeah, my the fact that I have that describes getting the bad ending specifically says to use the rouge to complete your disguise, quote unquote. Except I didn't need to. I also didn't need to show the jewels to the guard. He just let me in right away. I was kind of impressed by that. You know, oh well. All right. So what we need to do is actually, I feel the power of the ring that commands fire upon my hand. Let's go ahead and blow our horn. We'll toot our own horn. And then we'll have to slowly wait until everyone shows up.
Well, I must find a way to save Marian. Aye, our hearts are with you. I've been talking to the men. The witch's court will be difficult to assault. Even if I must go alone. Still your foolish tongue. We wait only for your word to go to her rescue. Give another loud blast upon your horn, and we'll speak of strategies.
Okay. We've already read all of this, so let's just get right to the options. Now, I think that John's was the one that we wanted to use last time. That gives us the best option. I didn't just click it, did I? Alright, so John Subterfuge. John leads 2-part attack and wins horn for Robin to act. Will. Robin to lead a wedge attack in force. Alan seek to take the sheriff and abbot hostage. Tuck incite riot. Attack in streets. Robin to slip in alone. Oh wait, no. No, that is the one that we want to use. That's the best option. Much. Try to lead the soldiers away. Robin to enter witch's court with 5 men. So that's the one that we're gonna want. So let's go for Will. Wow, that actually gets us in. Will's plan was quick and brutal, but effective. I was able to rescue Marian at the cost of 3 men. Okay, so that one is actually, it looks like it's actually the second best option under a normal playthrough. So let's go ahead and restore. In fact, let's... Okay, I do not have the ring on. So Little John's allows us to complete it without losing anyone. But we also have to navigate our way through the maze for that one. So, Will's is actually reasonable. Let me actually see what happens if we do this again without the ring on. So if I'm not wearing the ring, I imagine that I can't get to her. I was not quite expecting that.
I knew there was something missing from this plan. He should have paid more attention to what folk told him.
Gives a whole new meaning to lyrics about fires of love burning hotly.
That's in very poor taste, Alan.
Pray pardon me, but then I'm not the one foolish enough to jump into a fire without protection.
Okay. Let's actually wear the ring. And let me save it again, just so I don't have to keep doing that. Alright, so now we know what happens when you die without the ring on. I wish that the game speed seemed to affect them coming on and leaving the screen more than it seems to. 'Cause they are awfully slow on that. Okay, so next up we've got try to incite a riot or try to kidnap the abbot and the sheriff. I'm getting the feeling that Will's options are just horrible ideas, period. Okay, let's go for Alan's. Seek to take sheriff and abbot hostage. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised that it seems to work. Neither the sheriff nor the abbot remained more than a second once our attack began. A special force of guards spirited them away to safety. We had a pitched battle with those that remained. We won the day, but lost 5 men. Once we reached the edge of the forest, I parted ways with my... Okay. So, maybe they all do work out. Alright, so we had 3 and we had 5. And I know what, how many we lose with, Much's plan. It's possible that none of these can actually fail. Which actually I don't like. Some of them should fail. I wonder if I can save right here once this is all done. I should try that. Nope. Okay. Tuck. Incite riot. Attack in streets. Robin slip in alone. Yeah, it looks like they all actually succeed. Though many of the common folk did rally to our aid, it was scarcely enough. Only a small force of soldiers came to deal with it, and though we dispatched them easily enough, it set off the alarm. We left a bloody path in our wake, and while my men fought to cover me, I freed Marian at the stake. By the time we fought our way free, 6 brave men were dead. Okay, so we lost 6 men with that one. So 3, 5, 6, and how many will we lose with this final one? Considering that we have fewer men than right now than we quote-unquote should, because we've already lost some, you would think that it would alter how we are able to succeed at these, but it does not appear to. Skip through all of this again. Alright, so Muches is the worst option. Try to lead soldiers away. Robin enter Witch's Court with 5 men. So again, the successful one, where you lose no one, is the option that requires you to do something extra. You don't actually get to see any of the effects of this otherwise, which is kind of unsatisfactory. Alas, we lost 7 good men, though we fought like cornered animals. Our taunts did little except alert the soldiers to our presence, and we were forced to make a direct frontal attack, with no element of surprise. Fighting was merciless, and the streets dark with blood before we escaped Nottingham town. So yes, it is successful, but we lost 7 men. Once we reached the edge of the forest, I parted ways with my men. They drew the attention of our pursuers and took them on a merry chase into Sherwood. Some instinct led me to the nearest place where I might tend to Marian, for I couldn't carry her much further. Marian? Marian, can you hear me? She can scarcely breathe. The smoke has seared her lungs. If I cannot save her, she'll die within minutes. Horn? That would serve no purpose. The Ring of Fire? The ring protected us from the flames, but it can do nothing to heal her. Water? Alas, the ring has no power to heal. Well? Money? That would serve no purpose. Oh. Sorry, Marian. Can I bind your wounds? I'm not a physician. I cannot heal her with my hands alone. But... Oh. Well, I guess we gotta do some, Oh, apparently you can, do that right here. That seems a little bit silly, but... sorry, Marian. Let's just, you know, gently stroke your hair as you die here, since I, gave away the emerald. Whoops! I think in any of the, situations where you can leave money, or give money to someone, you can give the emerald. I was too slow! She's dead! Dead! Well, I'll just have to find a new lady in town. My men found me there at last, weeping over Marian's body, lost and wild with grief. Tuck took charge and had me taken to the camp. Only slowly did reason return, but my loss and shame remained almost more than I could bear.
Robin, if there is anything we could say...
She's dead. I let her die.
Nay, the abbot killed her. Turn your grief into rage for that gutless dog. Harden your heart, for you must still lead us and capture that treasure. I'll lead you, never fear, but I'll never forget what I've lost this day, nor who will pay for it.
Marian was laid to rest in the willow grove. I fancied I could hear her voice whispering to me when the wind stirred the long willow leaves. Robin Hood killed me. Tom Stewart killed me. Dark, heavy days for me pass in painful slowness. I set aside mourning only because I must, or my grief will infect the men and destroy their morale. We sent scouts to the north and wait for their signal. Long, weary days creep past. I fear that Prince John's nerve has failed and the treasure will never come. All right. Well, let's go ahead and leave and find out about. There we go.
By the Virgin, I've never seen you breathless before. Is there a wolf at your heels? Little John sent me to tell you. Catch your breath, or I may never learn what you have to tell. The Abbot's treasure train has been sighted. The signal's been passed from our northernmost scouts. Will remains on watch at the overlook. Good. Then we have time to plan.
All right. In the next episode, we will summon our men and see what plans we can fail with. Or, as I've now gotten the impression, I kind of figured that of the 5, I figured there would be 3 successful ones, 1, complete success, no loss of life, everything is good, lots of points. 1, lose a few. The third one would be lose the most, and then there would be 2 failures. We're forcing you to reload. I'm honest here. I'm really disappointed that they all succeed. I think that's kind of a shame. Because all you have to do is save the game right beforehand and then try them all out to figure out which one gives you the most points. It's not like you have to it would kind of suck to have just one succeed and all the rest fail, but still, there should be some failure. Anyway, we'll see what the plans in the next episode for the taking the treasure train will lead to next time. See you then, everyone.